Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am super excited to be doing this video. And if you've seen by the title, I'm doing an affordable makeup video. As you guys know, I like to use both drugstore, high-end to luxury products on my channel. But I also like to find a great deal. And I know if any of y'all have seen any of my past videos, I have mentioned that places like Shop Miss A, the Dollar Tree, you know, I just love to find a good deal, especially if you can get a good gem at a good deal. So today, I wanted to do a full face with nothing over $2. So every individual product does not cost more than $2. So I thought this was pretty exciting. I have a rather large overflowing basket full of options. And I just want to go ahead and just get started. I've been threatening to do this video for a long time, and a palette or something else would come in and it would push it back and back. And finally, I just decided I'm doing it. I've had my basket built. I've had it ready to go, and I'm doing it. So here we are doing it. So I'm going to first start with putting a little lip thing on my lips, a lip mask. And this is the AOA Studio Coconut Lip Mask from Shop Miss A. I love this lip mask. It is very creamy. And it just soaks in and makes your lips feel so good. It's so smooth. I just love it. They've got different scents or flavors. But I love the coconut. And it does leave like a tiny white cast on your lips, but as it absorbs, that goes away. It just feels, it almost feels like it puts a protective layer on your lips, but it's not sticky. It doesn't feel like Vaseline. It almost feels like a very moisturizing lotion for your lips. That is the best way that I can describe it. So next is to prime our skin. I've already got my skincare on, and I've been letting that set. Today, because I've got more pores than a golf ball has dents, I'm going to use this version. I like a silicone primer. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. One of my favorites is still the baby skin because of the price of it, and it works. So, and it doesn't ever, silicone doesn't bother my foundation. It doesn't affect the wear of it or none of that. So I usually just don't mind it. Just get that all in. Okay. Try to move things to the side as I use them. If you could just see my desk. I should have got an empty bucket to put up here to be filling. Hold on one second. Okay, I got me an empty bucket to start throwing stuff in so I could keep all this together. Okay, now I'm going to talk about sponges. Right now what I'm using is a Real Technique sponge, but Shop Miss A has got some of the best dupes for a beauty blender, and they're $1.55. And this is normally what I use, but I got that sponge in a Walmart box or something. But I've got 3 of them that's dirty that need to be washed right here that are from the Pawpaw collection. They've got different colors, but the pink ones are the ones that you want to go for. And they are, I use them all the time. They are such good sponges. I generally don't buy sponges other than these unless there's something new that I want to try out. So there's that. Then let's see. Foundation is our next stop. So they have 2 foundations. They have the Buildable Satin Foundation, and then they have the Pro Wear Full Coverage Foundation. So this is the Pro Wear Full Coverage. It's $1.55. It's that Pawpaw brand. And this one is the AOA Buildable Satin Foundation. And it is, I think, $1.88, and it's got the pencil and the A+ on it because the proceeds from this goes to help schools. So my favorite of the two, I use both of them, but my favorite of the two is the satin. And that's because I prefer a satin or natural finish. And it is a glass bottle. The other one is a plastic, and it's a squeeze bottle. But this one is a glass bottle, and it has a dropper style applicator. And I am in the shade Fair Ivory. So I just take my sponge and just drop a few drops. Well, if I pick some up. I prefer to not have this style, dropper style, because as you see, sometimes the droppers don't work. And that's with high end. I just got rid of some Dermablend, and I could not get that thing to suck up anything. So, but that's okay. You can just stick the thing down in here and wipe your sponge. I think I'm about out. So I just go in, and I mean, you can see the coverage that you get. It's just so good. I'm tired of dealing with this stopper here. I think mine is so low it won't pick it up, because I've not really, that I remember, had that trouble. So, there we go. I have recommended this to so many people. Okay, so now our concealer. I think this is the only one that I have from them because it's my favorite. I have the Pawpaw AOA Studio Liquid Concealer in the color Fair Ivory. I don't really care for the packaging because it's this squeezy tube, but it's okay. And it is a very, very good concealer. I don't have creasing problems. It blends away very nicely, and it's just creamy. It's very easy to work with. That's why I don't like that squeezy tube, because I end up getting out way more than I would normally use. But I mean, do you see the coverage on that? And it just blended so easily. So easily. And sometimes I like to go in, I've got a darker of the concealer. And this one is in Honey. And I just like to squirt a little bit on the back of my hand. And I will go in with my cream bronzer brush and just start dotting it on the back of my hand. Because they don't really offer a cream bronzer as of yet. And then I just like to pounce it out. And it just looks so pretty. I'll bring a little bit more up on my cheeks. Y'all know I like a lot of bronzes. Go back in for some more. Make sure there isn't no harshness. Then hit my forehead. Okay. There is the bronzer taken care of. Now for a cream blush. I don't know how many colors I got. I mean, I know I've got a couple of their colors. I just didn't know how many I pulled. I think I pulled these two. So I pulled Merlot, and these are in the AOA. They're called Hush Cream Sheer Blush, is what they're called. So this is what the outside of the packaging looks like. So I pulled Merlot, and then this one is Cozy. So we have Cozy, and we have Merlot. And I think I'm going to go in with Cozy. And I like to just take my brush straight in it. Just like that. And then I will stipple it on the back of my hand to make sure that I didn't get too much. And then just start applying. And I didn't get enough. So now, just start tapping that out. So pretty. So pretty. I think that's a pretty fall color. They have several colors in these. And they also have those roll-up stick cream blushes like you can find on e.l.f.'s website. They have those as well too. Then for a cream highlighter, I think this was the only formula. Oh, I had a third one. Of course I had a third one. This one is in the color Cupid in the blush. Very cute pink color. So for the cream highlighter, I have the AOA Studio Dewy Cream Highlighter in the color Opal. It looks just like the blush. And I'll give you a swatch of it here. You can see it right there. So pretty. So I like to just take and rub my finger in this, and it melts with the warmth of your finger. And I like to just go in and dab. Dab, 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 dab. And I like to go in a little bit heavy with this. It's best when you do a cream highlighter if you powder to do a heavier highlight. That way it still stands out a little bit underneath your powder. Look at that effect. And it doesn't really feel sticky. It feels a little tacky, but it does dry down. And they do have different colors in this as well. That's just gorgeous. Beautiful. Okay, now I have a couple of powders here. They do have the pressed finishing powder. Mine is in ivory, and you can see I have used quite a bit of it. I've hit pan. And then they also have the little pot setting powders. So this one is the matte translucent, and this one is the brightening. So we're going to use a little bit of both of them. Oh, my brightening one hasn't been opened, and I hate dealing with these things. Oh, this one isn't bad. And you can also, it's got a sifter in it, but if you want, you can just, that sifter comes out fairly easy. Okay, so I'm going to take my sponge into the brightening shade and put that underneath my eyeball. See the difference? And it's hard for us fair-skinned girls to find a shade that truly brightens, because a lot of times they use banana powders for brighteners, and it just doesn't work for us fair-skinned folk. That just brightened it right up. Now, for the rest of my face, I'm going to use the matte translucent. And this is so finely milled, guys. I mean, it is like smooth. It is so smooth. You see that? Let me see if I can. It almost feels like a real gentle baby powder. I mean, it's so smooth. Did you see how that blurred? I'll come a little closer to you. You see that blurring effect? You cannot beat it for the price. I mean, I love high-end makeup just like anybody else. You know, it's pretty. They put a lot more into the packaging and all that jazz. And I'm not saying that higher-end products are not better, because generally they are. But sometimes these little drugstore or dollar store finds are just as good. And I have some cheaper products that I prefer to use over the high-end. And you see how where we built that highlight up, you can still just see it underneath that powder. But if you just go in with one light dusting, it's not enough. So there you go for that. Now I'm just going to go in . And I love doing an auburn shade because I like my brows to be a two-tone color. My brows, it's funny, they're not quite as red as my hair. So with the color that what brows I've got are, and then you mix in the auburn to match my hair, I get a two-tone brow. And I like that. This is my bad brow. The hairs, for some reason on this side, go all different directions. And see how quick and easy that was? And then for brow gel, I have the AOA GoPro brow gel. It's a fiber gel. And it's got the white fibers in it. They've also got some that are colored. And then we have this one, which is a brow mascara. It is newer to the line. I've not even opened it yet. So it is newer, and it's just a clear. So I'm going to run that through a little bit. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to like this product. To be honest, I don't feel like it's putting anything in my brows. So what I'm going to use is they also have the AOA Hold My Brow Clear Longwear Brow Soap. So it says take a clean, dry spoolie or brow brush and swipe across the soap. Brush through brows and style. So it doesn't say that I need to spray this one. A lot of them you have to spray, but this one doesn't say to. So I'm curious about that. Most of them want you to spray them. So I don't know. Yeah, this one needs to be sprayed too. They're crazy. So if you do get this, it doesn't say anything about spraying it or putting water in it, but I would, because it didn't seem to be coming up without it. And whenever I have to do this, I just normally hit it with my setting spray and do it that way. Oh yeah, that's working nicely. Oh yeah. I feel the grip on that, buddy. It smells good too. If smells bother you, you probably won't like it. Just keep that in mind. And then just go through with another spoolie after it to get them laid down. Oh God, yeah, that has plastered them to my face. Yeah. They aren't going anywhere. And I'll tell you what I like to do after I use a brow gel like that. I like to go in with a little powder. And I'm going to use this compact in a kabuki. Just stamp it in there a little bit. And I like to powder them just to set that sticky down a little bit. And then you can go back in with your dry spoolie and brush it through. Oh yeah, those are not going anywhere. So that is a win-win right there. So put all those brow products over there. Now I'm going to spray my face. I got this oil control setting spray from Shop Miss A. And it is the one that donates to the school because it's got the A+ on it. So this locks in makeup, post-makeup application. So key ingredients is lotus flower extract, aloe extract, and hydrolyzed collagen. It's got a pretty nice mister on it. It smells like something from my childhood. I know that smell. It's very flowery smelling, but the end notes remind me of something. I don't know what. I like it. It's not bad. And you don't smell it. You just smell it upon initial spray. and then it dissipates very quickly. I like that. Okay. Moving right along, I have two eyeshadow bases here. I know they have others. They've got one that comes out with a doe foot applicator, and I loved it to the point that I used it all up. I don't think I have another one here. No. I said we have two, but we've got three. So we have a soft nude base eye primer from AOA. Then we have, and these go to give back to the school because they've got the A+. Then we have the Shimmer Glow Base Eye Primer. I don't know that I've used this. I'm curious if it's tacky. Oh, no, it's not tacky. It is, well, I mean, it's just like a regular eye primer base, but it is shimmery. So I guess that would help amp up the shimmer in your shadow. So there's that. Then we also have a Tacky Base Glitter Primer. And I have used this. Sorry if you're hearing my stomach. I haven't eaten today. And my stomach is mad. I haven't eaten, and I think it's like 5 o'clock. So that is sticky. It's not as sticky as the NYX, but it is sticky enough. I don't think it's sticky that I would use glitter, but to put down like an indie shadow, like a shimmer, yeah, that would be perfect enough. Okay. So before I go in and prime my eyes, I want to show you what I got for eyeshadow. I got quite a few things, but I wanted to give you guys options of what they have. So first off, they have this Just Color eyeshadow, and they have a lot of eyeshadow little palettes and things. So and all of this was $1, and this is all shimmer shades. They're all shimmer, so let's see what we're looking at as far, wow. So let's see. I am swatching these on the primed hand here that I put those primers down on. But I wouldn't say they're high shine, but they're pretty. They are definitely pretty. Okay, and then I have this palette from Amuse Cosmetics. It's a 12-color eyeshadow palette. And it looks like this. So we shall see. Let me see what that blue looks like. Oh. I don't think that blue didn't swatch very well. The green looks like it might be okay. And that orange might be okay. I think this might be a hit or miss. For $1, I mean, yeah, that blue I didn't hardly get anything off of. I wouldn't buy this, guys. I would just forego that. But then I also got these little babies. And I'd already bought these before they came out with the colored ones. They now have colored quads that are really nice. But I bought these little trios. This one is in Mother Earth. And guys, just so you know, these are non-toxic, vegan, and cruelty-free. Shop Miss A is cruelty-free, just so you know. And these have a 12-month shelf life. So this is Mother Earth. Let's see how it swatches. The colors in it are pretty. Oh, yeah. These feel like butter. Oh, my gosh. I am impressed. Right there's the swatches. Those feel nice. This one is in Peace and Love. That first one was all mattes. This is an all shimmer. There's that. I think those other two shades are just so light, it doesn't show up very well. And then we have, this one is all shimmer, and it is in Patience. That gold is really pretty. So there's those. Okay. And then I have, I know, guys, this is a long video. Just bear with me. I think it's worth it to find good gems at a discounted price. Let me wipe all these swatches off so we can get these. I've got 2 more eyeshadow palettes here to look at. I'm not going to know which ones to use. So then we have these Pawpaw shadow quads. And this one is, it says it's a natural mineral shadow palette. This one is in the color Zena. So it says a gorgeous combination of 4 neutral shades in a matte and shimmer eyeshadow palette to create beautiful looks. Quality ingredients assure long wear all day. So while you will love it, it's long wearing, enhancing, and it's buildable. Key features is it's ultra pigmented, easily blends, and high color payoff. It's free of mineral oil, alcohol, parabens, PEGs, synthetic fragrances, and formaldehydes. And of course, it's non-toxic, vegan, and cruelty-free. So, you get 6 grams of shadow, 0.2 ounces per pan. So like I said, this one is in Zena. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If you can see that right there. Zena. So this is what it looks like. It looks a lot like that trio, only it's got a chrome in it. These feel buttery as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Yes, those are all matte. This one has a shimmer in it. So this one is in Brandy, and these are $1.55 a piece, guys. And now they've got them in purple, pinks, blues. Oh, and you can actually pop that little pan out of the thing. I don't know what purpose that would serve, but it's poppable. Well, now I can't get it back in. Maybe that wasn't supposed to come out. Oh, yeah. It just pops right back in. So this one, like I said, is in the color Brandy. And I'm going to do this darkest color in the shimmer. Ooh, that's a pretty color. So there we go. So I think I'm going to leave these 2 out of it. And I'm just going to try to use, I'm not going to use this matte because I've got plenty of mattes in this quads. So I think I'm going to use these quads, and I might pull some shimmers in from here. I don't know yet. And I do want y'all to know, I thought I had one, but I don't. They also have brush cleaner. Wait a minute, I'm a liar. I do have some right here. So you can spray it and it dries instantly. So I'm going to use that instead of my Cinema Secrets. And I'm going to put my eye base on. And they also, guys, have dry shampoo. And I have used it before as well. And it's pretty darn good, I have to say. And it comes in a fresh scent. They've got 2 or 3 kinds. So this is Clean Breeze. And this is a gentle clean and refreshes scalp. And then they have one that is for major dirty hair days that does better. And it does leave a little bit of white cast on your hair like all of them. But it blends out, you know, as you massage it into your scalp, just like any other. And it works fairly good. And they are $1.55, and I like it. So there's that. Okay, so I got my eye base down. So I'm going to start with this little one in Zenna. I'm going to call it Zenna and hope that it's right. Okay, so let me put some brush cleaner on my little brush here. Don't really smell anything off of that brush cleaner. It says it's lavender scented antibacterial spray. So, and it has a 12-month shelf life. So I'm going to start with this color right here. Each shade doesn't have a name, so when you go in, there is some kick up in the pan, but that doesn't bother me. It never really has. So I'm just putting this in the crease and going up to my faux crease, because I like to be able to see the shadow when I open my eyeballs. Us hooded eye gals, we just got it made, I'm telling you. Come over here to this one and do the same thing. Now I'm going to use the same brush. I don't even know if I told you I'm using the BK. You know what? Let's pretend that I did not use that brush. Why, you ask? Well, because I've got a lot of their brushes, and why ain't I using those? So I'm going to go in with the AOA Studio E127. And I'm going to go into this next darker shade right here and pick it up and start applying that to the crease. Just bringing some depth into the look and building up that lid with pigment. That's a pretty color. It's a pretty fall. Oh, look. They're building very well. I'm not seeing any skipping. I can't really say anything bad about it. They're very nice shadows. Very nice. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. Smaller. I'm going to have to clean this one just a little bit. How many of you all clean your brushes like you're supposed to? Every week, every day? How often do you clean them? Put that down in the comments below. I'm curious. So I'm going in with an E130. It's just another little blender brush. It's smaller than that last one. And I'm going to go in with this darker color. And I'm going to put that in the crease as well. I want just a little bit more depth. But I'm going to keep it lower down in my actual true crease. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of it, just to bring a little bit more of that depth right through there. Yes. Same thing on this eye. Guys, I'm impressed. I haven't ever used these. Like I said, they're fairly new. I did get a little bit of fallout there because I did not knock the excess off of my brush. So that was my bad. But I'm really liking this. I'm digging it. Digging it, digging it, digging it. Now. Now I'm going to take an E128, which is a little bit smaller still than our last one. And I'm going into this other quad right here. And I'm going to pick up this shade. And it is going to go in our outer corner right here. It's going to be our depth right there. Because I really wished I had something else a little bit deeper. I'm not. Dare I try one of these browns? They just look dirty and grungy. What's the swatches? They just look dirty. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that. Okay, this one's going to save the day right here. I'm going to use that brown in the middle. I'm going to hit that brown and then hit that other orange that we were using. And just try to mix them a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's what we want right there. Dip into that brown by itself just a little bit. Perfect. So I'm going to go in again over here. And now I'm going to hit both of them together again. And now just the brown. Okay, so now I'm going to dust off all the pigment off of that brush. And I'm going to blend this just a little bit. Then I'm going to take this AOA E131. It's just a little flat brush. But I'm going to pick up the shimmer in that quad. Let me try to wet it and see what it looks like wet. Oh yeah, that is pretty. That is such a pretty color. Yes. I like it. I'm going to go over here with this other eye and do the same thing. I'll wet it just a little bit more. And I may try and dab over it with my finger just to see if that builds it up as well. Okay. Let's go in with my finger here and see what we get. I think it's pretty. I mean, it's soft. It's not going to knock your socks off or anything. But I think it's very pretty. Very pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take that smaller brush that we had, and I'm going to dip into that chocolate brown and that darkest orange. Make sure I knock off that excess. And just run that on that lower lash. Very simple. Very soft, very simple. And I think I'm going to try oh, that brought some life, didn't it? Well, it sure did. Okay. So let me put these up. Let me get another little well, why do I keep picking up the same two brushes? I bet they're back here. I've got too many brushes. I'm trying to dig through here and get certain ones, and it's not working for me. There we go. This is the AOA 131, and I'm going to take that shadow that we have on that on the lid, and I'm also going to put just a dab of it right there for a highlight. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So we're done with all of that. So now, let me see what I've got for eyeliner. I think I want a brown. I've never really used these eyeliners, so I don't know. they're sharpened. The kind you sharpen. They feel really dry, so I would skip these. Yeah, these AOA gel liners, I would skip those. I don't think I like it. So, I don't know what else I have. That's trash, trash, trash. Okay. Okay. You know what? I do have the one that I use for an eye or an eyebrow. Let's see if it works. I sharpened it up. It's a little bit too dry to go in the waterline. Yeah, that's all right. We'll just go eyeliner free. I would have liked to have had a brown liner, but it is what it is. Okay, so now my mascaras, I have this Fat Lash Mascara Primer. So I'm going to hit that just a little bit. Okay. And now I have the Fat Lash Mascara in black. And it's a rubber bristled wand. I don't know why I felt like I was going to get tongue-tied saying that. And they have other mascaras on the site by different brands. I've tried some that were downright trash. I mean, I would have been ashamed to even put anything like that out. And then I've tried some that were okay. I haven't had any like big winner blow me away. You know what I mean? But that's why we have a lash to go on. I just fear that the lash might look wonky with no eyeliner, but we're going to try it. Okay, so there's the mascara. Like I said, it's not anything to write home about. They also have the skinny mascara for your bottom lash line. And I mean, it's tiny. It kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild. Which tiny ones is what I need. Because I've got tiny lashes. And so, to me, this one is a win-win. I've used it. As a matter of fact, this is like my second or third tube of it. I go between this one and the one by MAC, the Giga Black. So, there's that. Now, for lashes, I did not get any of their lash glue. I just was not thinking. But you can buy their lashes in 6-packs like this for $5.55. Or you can buy them in singles like this for $1.55. And now they have AOA Studio Plus or something like that. And the first thing they've put out are these beautiful lashes. They've got different styles, but these are, I think, $5 or maybe $3. I don't remember. I'm not going to use these today because I wanted to keep everything low, you know, cheap price. I also wanted to show you they do have colored mascaras. They've got blue, green, and brown. I don't know if they've got any other colors, but they do have these. So today, I think what I'm going to use are the Alexis. I know that I like these. I've worn these before. So I think I'm going to put these on. And I'm going to use, for the glue, since I don't have any from them, I'm just going to use the Kiss Lash Glue pen. So, oh, sorry. So if you will hold on 1 minute, I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I got the lashes on. These are the very comfortable lashes. The lash band on them are clear. So it can be a little bit hard to apply them because they're not as stiff. But once you get them on, they are more comfortable. I do have this one a little bit too far knocked that way, but it's going to stay there today. So now we're going to move on to a bronzer, powdered bronzer. So I've got two options here. This palette is sometimes in stock and sometimes it's not. But this is Zuri Flawless Shaping and Strobing Face Contour Palette Kit. This is a pretty good palette for $1. You get 2 bronzing shades. You also get 2 highlight shades. And this highlight shade is an actual, could be a highlight. It's got a little bit of glitter in it. But if this is not in stock, I also have been known to get the face powder. And I got this one in the color Toffee. And it looks like that. And I will use this. So I'm going to use this and show you what it looks like. You do get a lot of kick up, of course. But I thought I'd use this one in case that one wasn't in stock. Because these face powders are usually always in stock. So I usually use this one in Toffee. And I have used one in Almond before. But see how smooth that is? It doesn't look patchy anywhere. It just goes on beautifully. And you know me, I like to stipple it first and then work it in. There we go. Now for blush. There's a couple of options with blush. You've got these little pots from AOA. This one's in Pheno and this one is in Darling. And they look like this. And then you've also got these blushes there, LOL blushes. And this is in the shade Chateau Rose. It looks like this. I think I'm going to use this. And I just like to go back and forth and mix into both of them. It just gives that pretty flush. So pretty. Now for highlight. They do have loose highlighters, but I just recently got rid of all of those because I just hate it. Oh, I think I'm going to do a blush topper with this. So this can be a blush or a highlight, or like I use it, a blush topper. Mine is in the shade Golden Apricot, and it is a Lumi AOA product. You can see that it swirls in there. And I like to just dab my brush in there and just lightly whisk that on my cheek. And it just gives this beautiful shine. And it just adds something to your blush. See how pretty? So, then for the highlighter, they've got a couple of different highlight options. Like I said, I like these AOA Wonder Studio Baked Highlighters. Mine is in the shade Cupcake. These feel real powdery and look powdery whenever you swipe them. But do not let that fool you, because these are gorgeous. So I'm just going to pick that up with my highlight brush. And you know, I like to buff mine in. Are y'all seeing that? Look how pretty. Oh, I mean, my gosh. Look at the tip of that nose. There's one thing they know how to do, and that is a highlighter. Okay, so now I'm going to go over and spray my face again. I just cannot figure out what that smell is. I just love it, but I don't know what it is. And then I always like to go back in. That's the brightening powder. I'm just going to use my little compact here with a little bit of pressed powder. This is a finishing pressed powder after I do my last set there. Hit those small lines. That T-zone. And then I like to go in with a stippling brush. Just hit that a little bit in that powder. And just go over the edges of your bronzer and your blush. Just to make sure that everything melds in together and there are no harsh lines. Pretty. Now for the last thing, which is lips. And again, got a couple of options for you. So I done a bunch of these lip swatches on my channel of these lip creams when they first came out, and they are really nice. You also have bullet matte lipsticks. This is my problem, okay? The lipsticks are nice, but the components suck hard. But that's the color of this one. It's in the shade Shore. This is what those new ones they just put out should have been. What they needed to do was take this lipstick out of this component and put it in that bullet, and it would have worked. This is what I'm talking about if you didn't see that lip swatch, the last one that I done. These components are a lot better, but these lips are not matte. They're creamy, and they're more like a balm. They also have liquid lips in their AOA Wonder Matte Stick formula. I pulled just a random one. There's that shade. It's a really pretty purple. Then they also have lip tattoos. This one is in the shade Nude. And basically, it is what it says. It just stains your lip. And this one, it looks like a horrible, nasty color. But it's just a brown is what it is. But you just even that out on the lips. It's very sticky when you first put it on. But you want it to set and stain your lips, pretty much, is what you're after. And then with the lip creams, It reminds me of like a NYX mousse, you know, the original NYX. That's the shade on that. And I think this is the formula that I'm going to wear. And because we have a relatively light eye, I think I'm going to go with a dark red. I think that's what I want. Yes. I don't have any lip liners from them. They do sell them. So let's pray this goes well. Let me clean it up just a little bit. I hate doing reds with no light lip liner. It's not a perfect application, but you get it. Makes my teeth look whiter. And I know they're not. This Nicorette gum that I chew turns my teeth yellow and my tongue. It's horrible. I don't know why it does that. But I need to whiten my teeth. And I've actually got my teeth whitener out to do that later. But if you want an automatic whitener, you know, you just put a blue red on and you got it. So this, guys, is the final look. I know this is a very long video, and I'm going to try to, you know, cut it down. But, I mean, really, it's a gorgeous look for everything to be $1. And, I mean, we done full glam. We done the creams, the powders. I mean, we done the thing. So, if you like this kind of video, let me know. And I can do some more drugstore or full face if you like to see the full face of products, like full face of one brand or full face nothing under over $5. Let me know if you like those types of videos. And if you do, I'll try to incorporate more of them. So just let me know. And don't forget to let me know how you wash your brushes and how often. So guys, until next video, I will see you later. God bless, and I love you.